Please let the House come to order. Stand today as we are led in prayer. The gentleman from Rankin, Representative Gene Newman, will lead us in prayer and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pray with me, please. Father God, thank you. Thank you for a beautiful day that these proceedings take care of on. Lord, I thank you for taking care of our law enforcement officers that's struggled the last 2 days to clear these buildings and make us safe. I ask you to continue to be with them and look after them. Keep all of our law enforcement officers across the state safe and keep them in your hands. Look after their families at home. Thank you for the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, wherever they may be in this world, that's keeping us safe today. Thank you for all the blessings that you give each one of us. Thank you for allowing us to come into this Capitol today to have these proceedings. I ask you to be with each one of the folks that are being sworn in. I ask you to be with the Chief Justice as he swears them in. I thank you for all that you do, all that you give us, and all that you provide. I thank you for just giving us the breath that we breathe. In Jesus' holy name I pray. Amen. Amen. Face the flag and salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Every day.
Open machine, Madam Clerk. Mine's not working, but... Oh, there it is. There it went. We're good? Close the machine, Madam Clerk.
There's a quorum present, Mr. Speaker.
We'll have the reading of the journal. The gentleman from Rankin, Representative Powell, moves we dispense with the reading of the journal. All in favor say aye. Opposed no. The ayes have it. Report of select committees.
We have none, Mr. Speaker.
Report of standing committees.
We have none, Mr. Speaker.
Introduction of bills and constitutional amendments.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent to dispense with the reading of the introductions.
Is there objection? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk, we will follow that procedure. Resolutions, petitions, memorials, and other papers.
We have none, Mr. Speaker.
Introduction of guests and visitors. Don't see any. Gentleman from Harrison, Mr. Haney.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Have with you at my desk today a former member from 1984 to 1997, the Honorable Bob Short. He left here and went on to be the mayor of Gulfport, but he's with us today. Let's give him a warm welcome.
I'll take a vote for him again.
Welcome, gentlemen. I believe the gentleman from Holmes has one announcement.
Thank you. Thank you. Announcement, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to announce a Rules Committee meeting tomorrow at 8:45 in the Rules Committee meeting.
Gentleman announces a Rules Committee meeting in the morning at 8:45 for those 8 members that have been elected to the Rules Committee. Make note of that, please. Any other announcements from the members before we recess? Gentleman from Neshoba, Mr. Bounds.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just want to remind everybody, I know we're here for the swearing in of the statewide today, but the public service commissioners will be sworn in at 4 o'clock today in the old Supreme Court chamber at the end of the building, other end.
Thank you, gentlemen. The Pro Tem informs me that there will be a management committee meeting immediately after today's final adjournment after our joint session in the rules room. Okay, I don't see any other announcements. I'll recognize the gentleman from Oktibbeha, Mr. Roberson, for the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I move this House stand in recess until the commencement of the joint session today, and that the journal reflect that the House will stand adjourned and at the dissolution of the joint session until 9 a.m. on Friday, January 5th.
You've heard the gentleman's motion. All in favor of the recess, subject to call for the joint session, indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. House stand recess for just 2 minutes. Please let the House come back to order. I'd like for you to recognize the Lieutenant Governor, the Honorable Delbert Hoseman. I will turn the gavel over to him to preside over this joint session.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and congratulations on your election. I'd like to introduce our special guest, the Jackson State University Choral Ensemble, and I'd ask for each of you to stand for the national anthem.
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of Attorney General
of Attorney General
of the State of Mississippi,
of the State of Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter.
about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think I see Brother David McCray standing out there. If you'll come up to the podium to be sworn in the office of Treasurer. I, David McCray,
I, David McCray,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of State Treasurer
of State Treasurer
of the State of Mississippi,
of the State of Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter.
about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we next call up here Shadrack T. White. He's checking the books on the legislature. He'll be here in a minute. I went to a social event the other night. Many members of the legislature were there. We had a wonderful evening, and I made a decision before getting up here today that rather than swearing in, or rather than swearing at people, I was going to swear in people today. So I'm proud to be up here. Well, I think I see one of the reasons, perhaps. That's right. See y'all again. Are you been in compliance today? Okay, you got a bombshell? You ready? I, Shadrack T. White, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi, and obey the laws thereof, that I'm not disqualified from holding the office of State Auditor of Public Accounts
of State Auditor of Public Accounts
of the State of Mississippi,
of the State of Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter.
about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, I see Andy standing over. You left your cowboy hat out there? Come on up. Andy Gibson. I just heard the speaker tell him the House rules on hats is what got him.
It's hanging on Price Wallace's desk.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
I,
I,
Andy Gibson,
Andy Gibson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office of
from holding the office of
Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce
Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce
of the State of Mississippi,
of the State of Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I believe.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Next, we will have Michael Jackson Cheney. Michael, if you come up. He has caused from the last time we did this that I had to run him down at an airport and have him hold up an airplane so we could get his signature on the oath. I promised him we would not do that this time. And I did get a signature. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that he, like I, is a Vietnam veteran, and which is very important to me, and I appreciate your service. You know what I'm talking about when you say service and sacrifice. Okay, you ready? I, Michael Jackson Cheney,
I, Michael Jackson Cheney,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from the office of
from the office of
the Commissioner of Insurance
Commissioner of Insurance
of the State of Mississippi,
of the State of Mississippi,
that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am
upon which I am
about to enter.
about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you, Judge.
Good to be with you. Okay, I understand that the last oath that I will have today is for the Lieutenant Governor C. Delbert Hoseman, Jr. Would you please come back up here? You going to do that? Oh, okay, go ahead and do it.
The Speaker and the Lieutenant Governor name a committee composed of Representatives Steve Massengill, Oscar Denton, and Sam Creekmore, and Senators Lydia Chassenall, Hillman Frazier, and Chad McMahon to escort the Lieutenant Governor-elect Delbert Hoseman and his family to the Speaker's stand.
It's on the table. Justice, how are you? I left the Bible in the office. We have one.
Did you say hello, Governor?
I did.
All right, let's go. Get them how you want them.
Okay, I give up. No, it's like herding cats. I give up.
Y'all need to come this way.
Come on, come on. Sorry.
All right, we're good. Let's go. Hey, you get over here too.
Get my knees.
All right, you're good. All right. Yes, sir.
I,
I,
C. Delbert Hoseman, Jr.,
C. Delbert Hoseman, Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
the Constitution of the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
obey the laws thereof.
that I am not disqualified
I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of Lieutenant Governor
of Lieutenant Governor
of the State of Mississippi,
of the State of Mississippi.
that I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am
about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, everybody get around for a picture, then we'll be very brief talk.
Come on.
Everybody here? Come on, Carson. Come on, you boys. All right, you gotta look that way, honey. All right. Hurry. There we go. Later. Are they good? First of all, thank you. After we've worked together the last 4 years on so many issues, and you have had tremendous achievements, it's very special to me to have 97 old friends here in the House and 45 in the Senate. For you new members, 4 years ago, I advise the House the rotunda sometimes symbolizes a chasm, accentuating the differences between the House and the Senate. The rotunda has two walkways to bridge the gap. We will continue to use those walkways. As most of you know, our family is blessed to have my wife, Lynn. Where did Lynn go? She's right here. And thank y'all for all coming to the house. And Kristen, Chad, and Mark, my children, my daughters-in-law, Courtney and Leslie, my son-in-law, Brian, who's with us today, my 8 grandchildren, Grace, Nora Lynn, Carson, Charlie, Mance, Howard, Delbert, Charlotte, and the newest baby, Bobby. They're all thankful to you for keeping me employed. During the last 4 years, this legislature has addressed teacher compensation, school funding, roads, bridges, water and sewer and other infrastructure, tax reduction packages, mental health, protecting our children, health care for mothers and babies, security for our citizens, and devoted millions of dollars to restoring our parks and providing public spaces for hunting and others of us to enjoy the beautiful state that we live in. While you have been providing our citizens even with the ability to change their own symbol. Your actions were unparalleled in its scope and historic in its results. Never in the history of this state have our education scores risen so largely and our unemployed lowered to basically full employment for every citizen who wants to work in our state. You accomplished all of this while at the same time fully funding our rainy day fund, our hurricane wind pool fund, and paying off after this year $900 million of state debt, while maintaining $1 billion in cash reserves. You have indeed paid down our credit card and increased our savings account. Those are generational changes that you did. To put this in perspective, California is $68 billion budget shortfall, while you have accomplished all that I listed and maintain a surplus for the citizens of this state. You have a record, and it is one of achievement. Now I want to open briefly the door of the future. Our labor force participation rate is the lowest in the country. That is the percentage of people who are 16 and older that are actually working. Our economy is not sustainable with further declines. Economic development will wilt without an educated workforce to retain it. Encouraging personal initiative to be gainfully employed is paramount. Each person must have the education they need to obtain a positive economic future. This education must demand quality and achievement from those who provide it. It has to be adequately funded from pre-K through the highest level that our citizens need. We will propose the last dollar tuition program for our outstanding community colleges this year to offer citizens additional public education they need to raise their education level and increase the labor force participation rate. Our healthcare system, like most of the rest of the country, is struggling. We have staffing shortfalls, hospital cost and capacity, mental health issues, pharmaceutical cost, the availability of preventative health care, and the actual cost to working people of the insurance. All of us face those issues. A shotgun approach to that is not the answer. A comprehensive approach is. The trustees of our public employee retirement system have now changed from 1 year ago in their position that PERS last year was 93% funded in 2047. Now they are saying it is 48% funded in 2047. They have also indicated larger additional contributions will have to be made by current employees of the state, and the state will be required, in addition, to make another tier, a fifth tier, for future employees. This absolute obligation of the state will drive most of your financial decisions this year and in the future. In this room, we have the ability and the leadership to address these myriad of issues and every other one that will come before you. You have a record. I am confident that you will again, in the next 4 years, have a record of achievement just like you did the last 4 years. So now, let's get started. May God bless each of you, and may God bless the state of Mississippi. That's real special, considering that my children and everybody here, and they didn't think much of me anyway, so it's really nice that y'all do. I'm so appreciative of each of you, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with you. We have a bright future here, y'all, and it's just whether or not we're going to achieve it or not, and I see in this room the ability to do that. So, do I have a motion to dissolve this joint session? Representative Lee Yancey, you're recognized, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this joint assembly be dissolved.
Representative Yancey makes a motion to joint session be dissolved. All in favor signify by saying aye. The opposed, no. The ayes, we have those in the Senate too. The joint session is hereby dissolved.